Hi, so my name's Becca. I do just want to start out by flat out saying I have no idea what I'm doing. I am not a doctor or psychiatrist, therapist, anything, but I do feel that I can bring a very strong awareness and help to others that basically are going through what I may have been going through and I'm still going through in terms of mental health. And I think that if I have a platform to share my story, that the best that happens is it can help someone. The worst that happens is that I get cyberbullied. So I do just want to say that right away that even though I'm good with technology, I don't have like a TikTok or anything like that. I grew up with technology and I'm the last generation to grow up also without it. So in terms of cell phones and stuff like that, my generation being 30 years old now, I grew up having like a big computer, but I couldn't be on it if my mom was on the phone. Whereas I'm now teaching children who can navigate tablets and phones better than their outside world. So I do just want to say that I don't know like even how to make a YouTube channel. So I'm trying, but I guess the point of this video is like an introduction and why should you listen to me? I just said that I really don't have credentials, but I can assure you that I have learned so much throughout my time on this earth of just what it means to be aware and take care of yourself in a mental health way. I think that because I've experienced it since childhood, I am now old enough to reflect back and really put some pieces together. And I think that I have all these ideas that are just a waste if I don't get to help anybody with them. So that is the purpose of me making this channel. I know I have like an older video up if anybody wants to go look at it, but I have always severely suffered from anxiety and panic attacks. And I have been there where I have felt no suicidal thoughts or ideations, just a flat statement of if I have to live like this, like I don't want to be here. And there really is no worse feeling in the world than feeling like you don't belong. And it's navigating where that stems from, why. I think I'm so focused on the why, and my amazing therapist is always telling me, like, instead of saying why, let's just accept and figure out how we can move forward and then reflect and learn from it. So, yeah, I just want to introduce myself that I teach kindergarten and I get to see the way today's children's brains work. I see children that I work with that I know are experiencing anxiety, and it hurts me that there could be children that are not finding help until I did, and I did not find help until last year. That does not mean I did not seek help repeatedly throughout my life. I just did not receive the help I needed until I was 29. And this is a forever journey. This is not something that you say, I'm going to go on that pill, I'm going to just think positively, and it's going to go away. And that was a hard pill for me to swallow because I really had to learn how to rewire my brain. I really had to understand who I am and why my body's protecting me in situations that, in all honesty, do not need to be protected in that way. So this channel is just to kind of connect to parents, adults. Maybe you are an adult that is now realizing that you had anxiety as well as a child. I have a pretty sharp memory of childhood, and I really want to stress that even though my therapist is so amazing and every doctor I've seen and therapist before her, each time I've explained my personal symptoms, I usually get told that it sounds like I had a very traumatic event that I probably blacked out. I am 1 year uh, free of my severe paralysis panic attacks. That does not mean it's never going to happen again. I just have put in so much mental work, and it's going on a year that I've met my therapist because I could not find one that was for me. And I am so happy to reflect and to be in this chair, that I'm actually able to feel confident that I can help others, because you really can't help others if you're still navigating your own route. So this is, you know, me just explaining that I know it's more common than not to have childhood trauma and to have what some people may say like a not normal family. I think that my channel could help people that do have childhood trauma. I also just want to really stress that I came from a house of unconditional love. And when I told my mom that everyone is telling me like something happened to me, because you don't just have a panic attack at 6 years old where you're lifeless on the floor. Like your brain getting there, something had to have happened. And my mom is so innocent and cute, and she thought about it for a while, and she was like, maybe it was when you were in elementary school and someone wasn't letting you sit next to people because they wanted you to be their only friend. And it just goes to show, I think, in that sentence that I did not come from a house that yells. I did not come from my parents fighting. I did not come from a house that any of that environment was in front of me. To my knowledge, it didn't happen, but if it did, it was never in front of me. I had parents that would thoroughly explain everything as to why they're telling me I can't do something. If I got in trouble, I remember as a kid being like, and this might sound terrible, I used to be like, can you please just like hit me or take away my cell phone? Like as a child, teenager, I wanted the easy way out. I didn't want to sit there and hear about the why behind everything. And I had parents that took the time, and they took so much time in teaching me everything that they are doing for me has purpose and has a reason and understanding. And the whole point of me even explaining that is that even me, who does not have one specific childhood trauma, I am living a life that is fighting panic attacks and anxiety majority of the time. So that's just why I want to show you that it doesn't have to be something awful that happened to you. I'm a huge believer that we are all just capsules of energy. I like to think of us on like a long radio station, and I like to be close to people that are near my radio station number or when I feel the feeling that someone's on the same station number as me, it's like that's that energy that I hold tight to me. And I think that as an adult, I can very confidently say that I've always just felt energy. And this has nothing to do with religion or your beliefs or anything of the afterlife. I just genuinely feel like I am such an empath. And in my time of therapy, I viewed that as a flaw because I don't hold myself accountable to burdens, I guess you can say. Like, I cannot relax in a room if somebody says they need to use the bathroom or they're hungry. I can't. Like, I am going to be thinking of them. I want to dive deeper into those things and how I can reflect back as to all these little things in my life that just showed that I had empathy at such a young age. And that, in all honesty, a traumatic event to me might sound something completely silly to an adult's brain, but everyone has had traumatic events. Every single person, you're still going to have traumatic events. I think it's as a child where you don't have the language, you don't have the tools to explain what's going on and why it makes you feel that way. And my body is protecting itself. So I do want to do many videos specifically with topics, but I did just want to kind of do like a why should I listen to her type video first. These are for the parents that see maybe or don't see signs of anxiety in your child. These are for adults that are dealing with anxiety and genuinely believe it's never going to change. You're always going to be like that. And I have battled it hard. And I'm here to tell you that, you know, if you can push through every day with your anxiety, you have the strength to get to where I am. And I'm not fixed, but I am so much better than I ever was before. And it is a forever work in progress. You are rewiring your brain. I think of anxiety as bad, bad. I hate it. I just like, that feeling. And that is something that I'm trying to understand. It's not bad. I need it. If there's going to be somebody at my house with a gun, I need that anxiety to start working for me. The problem is I have anxiety and my brain is getting signals during non-threatening situations. So I've always viewed anxiety as bad and I hated it. And I've never hated myself. I've always had a love and appreciation for me because I wake up and I am me every day. And I am who I put all this work into every day. But I have had so much self-hatred when it comes to my own anxiety. Like, as soon as I have a panic attack, I hate myself. And it's something that has always been, oh, but I have anxiety attacks, like my weakness. So I just really want to do different topics and I want to explain to how I've gotten to where I am today. I do just want to say if anyone's like, oh my God, she has bruises all over her, this is me caring what people think. I am a camp director and we did tie-dye today. So I don't know. I did not like pre-plan what I would talk about in this introduction video at all, but this is the point of my channel. I don't even know how to find followers. But like I said, if I can help one parent understand their child better or help a child to not be in a situation like I am, where you feel like you spent so long looking for answers then why would I keep this knowledge inside my head and not help other people? So if you got through this 15 minutes, thank you. And I'm going to be uploading more videos. And can we just try and keep the peace? And if you don't have anything nice to say, I really don't have time for it. So comments I would appreciate are things you'd like to hear, or maybe if you have felt something similar that I can learn from you as well. So thank you for listening, and I hope I can help someone.